Carrie, this is great to have you on the show. This is going to be great.
I know, it'll be a lot of fun.
We'll just talk and stuff out there. Okay, good. I'll see you out there.
Oh, listen, if it wouldn't be a problem, could you not bring up any of the Star Wars stuff? You know, the Princess Leia thing is really getting old for me. I mean, if it's not a problem.
No, it's no problem. I'll see you out there.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot.
Who's the idiot who ordered all the Star Wars stuff? Clear it out! Carrie Fisher. She's at the NBC studios in Burbank. And she's later with Greg Kinnear. All righty then. Thank you. Saying the kinds of things that nobody would really say in real life, like those guys in the Budweiser commercial who picked Mary Ann over Ginger. This is later. Welcome, everybody. I'm Greg Kinnear, and let me tell you something. I can't do much, but I can do my impersonation of the guy who does those Smuckers commercials. With a name like Smuckers, it has to be good. Thank you. Thank you. Takes a little piece out of me every time. Few media bites for you here at the top of the show. These are little bits and pieces of the news that you just may have missed. Here's one of those bizarre stories that we have not seen actually in a long time here at Later. Marion Bernhardt checked into Wellington Regional Medical Center in West Palm Beach, Florida. This took place yesterday. As she was sleeping in the supposedly sterile hospital room, Marion was attacked by fire ants. She's in her hospital room. She's attacked by fire ants. Here's Marion now commenting on the creepy, crawly incident. Marion.
What did you think when you found out that it was really ants?
I darn near died. I know what ants look like, and to think they were all over me and in me, oh my goodness.
Apparently, the hospital staff accidentally replaced Marion's bedpan with a picnic basket. And this was the beginning of the problem. That really was a media bite, wasn't it? Hey-o! President Clinton spoke at a dinner for radio and television journalists in Washington, D.C. last night. As you know, Bill and the press have not had the greatest relationship. The reporters in attendance last night, however, warmed up to him as he made a few self-deprecating remarks, as you'll see in this bite. Take a look.
Some say my relations with the press have been marked by self-pity. I like to think of it as the outer limits of my empathy. I feel my pain. I mean, people say to me, remember Harry Truman, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. It's the only room in the house I never want to leave.
Oh, goodness. The White House staff released the president's upcoming itinerary. Apparently, he'll be April 15th and 17th at Giggles in Westport, Connecticut, April 21st through the 24th, the Nut House in Kansas City, and April 27th through 30th, the Chuckle Hut in Baltimore, Maryland. Make a note of it. You'd think that in this day and age, people wouldn't need to be bribed to attend church, but the Frederick Fellowship Christian Church recently handed out $10 bills to the first 125 new parishioners. Here's what one of the newcomers, Jim Fields, thought of this particular idea. Jim?
The Frederick Christian Fellowship Church gave $10 to the first 125 new parishioners. The goal, according to the church members, was to draw as many newcomers as possible. The church did have more than its usual number of parishioners for Sunday's 75-minute service.
We live in an age where publicity and attracting attention is a normal thing, and I thought it was a very cute idea.
Cute indeed, Jim. If the new promotion is unsuccessful, the church will go back to its dollar beer bingo nights and choir wet t-shirt contest, we're told. So just keep your fingers crossed. Finally tonight, Dr. Louis Fetter hosts a show called Here's Looking at You. It's a show by, for, and about people interested in plastic surgery. How about that? We caught an episode of the show on our own satellite feed where the good doctor explained his technique for removing fat from chubby knees. Doctor?
And what we do is we put large dilutions of sterile water and Novocaine in the area, and it's chilled, and it enlarges that. And so before I even take it out, I've done what's called a hydrodissection with the liquid, which means I've blown it up twice its size and more, and then I come in and I mold. I don't suck.
Hey, you know, Doc, as long as you get the fat out of my knees, I don't care what you do with your off time. Oh, come on. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Carrie Fisher. Don't flip around. Don't flip around.
Come on. Oh, baby, don't you want?
How many ways?
My guest tonight made her film debut in Shampoo and followed that up with roles in Star Wars trilogy, Mary Het Sally. Mary Het Sally? I don't believe that was the name of it. What? Yeah, that's right. When Harry Met Sally, also Hannah and Her Sisters. She's also an award-winning writer of best-selling books like Postcards from the Edge, Surrender the Pink, and her new one, Delusions of Grandma. We both call Debbie Reynolds Mom. She's just a little more sincere about it. Ladies and gentlemen, Carrie Fisher. How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm all right. What do you call Eddie Fisher?
What's that? Dad? I don't know. I run out of things to say at this point in the show. We'll just sit here the next half hour. Don't mind me.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm all right. I saw myself on television, and my arms look like blood sausages. And I actually now, when I get nervous now, my eye tears and my makeup runs, and it's a whole new thing.
You look lovely. I wouldn't buy that for a
fabulous.
second.
You will.
You look
Give it a little
marvelous.
top.
Yeah, right. Well, I know you've been busy with all these talk shows. My gosh. And yet I was very flattered by the fact
that
you came on this show. The only shows you've done previous to this are Primetime Live, Late Show with David Letterman, The Today Show, CNN Showbiz Today, Live with Regis and Kathy Lee, Conan, Charlie Rose, The Tonight Show, Primetime Live, Joan Rivers, Can We Shop?
But this is the end.
What?
I figure
I was touched.
But this is the last one. If that was all the whoring, then I can have a cigarette with you.
Ah, very nice. Smoked a cigar right on this stage with Joe Pesci last night.
Really? And not Madonna?
That's swell. How do you like doing the promotion for all these books that you have?
Oh, thank God that I only have 3, and I do them every 3 years. And no. If I have to work for a laugh, and I don't have to tonight, right?
No, you don't.
Be really serious and sincere.
Very serious show.
Right. So then I do get very nervous, and I actually crawled under the sink on the David Letterman show for a dignity, real dignity moment. And I was quite sincere about the sink. I get very nervous.
What was the best experience you've had so far with all the...
Oh, the Joan Rivers, Can We Shop?
Yeah, what was that all about? What were you doing on that show?
I don't know. I just woke up, and there I was. You know, I just... like a dream, you know.
Kind of unusual.
Well, I think it's a side effect of certain medication that you, you know, there's certain medications.
What medication would that be?
It's a tetracycline.
Ah!
It's a new one on the market, yeah.
You know, let me read this is an interesting quote that I found from you. I'll read it. You just give me an idea of where you were coming from when you wrote these words. Okay, babe?
Okay, babe.
Ready?
Yeah.
We can light up a cigarette for this if you'd like.
I would be happy to. It's my last vice.
When you're successful, the thing that attracts men to you as a date is exactly what drives them away as a mate. It even rhymes.
I'm hoping that you'll find out what that means in a very real...
What did you have in mind?
Well, I thought, you know, talk show hosts don't really have children. And I thought
true in my case.
You could be one of the first on your block.
Depending on what you have in mind, I suppose.
Well, I'd like to have another child, and I'd like you to break that pattern. So... We can do an audience sort of meter thing, you know, if the audience thinks it's a good idea, we go for it.
You know, I saw you on David Letterman asking him to be the father of your child.
I did not ask David Letterman.
You asked Regis to father your child.
No, Regis asked
Conan,
me.
I mean, come on. You asked it.
No, this is it. This is the last show. I saved it up. I'm ovulating, as you can see. I timed it out exactly right.
Yeah.
And it's a new show. I thought it would be a good thing for you. You'd at least get the run of the pregnancy. Mm-hmm. We could do the on-air pregnancy thing, you know, the birth on air. What do you think?
I do this whenever I get nervous. It's my little plastic piggy.
See,
It gets me out of all sorts of trouble.
All right.
Well, let's talk about your, seriously, with regard to dating, you're pretty...
You don't want Debbie Reynolds as a...
Come on, baby! Madam. Ever been on a blind date? Let's talk about your new book, Delusions of Grandma. What was Star Wars like? Parenting, your mom, substance abuse, anything.
My mom, substance abuse. Do you know what I mean? You can find all that out this way.
Oh, I'm not. You know what? You know what? I bet I'm not your type. I bet you go for those big showbiz. You worked with Harrison Ford. You go for those big movie star kind of guys.
What about you?
You dated Paul Simon. You married Paul Simon.
I married him.
Paul Simon, me. No offense.
Exactly my point.
Whoa, what's that mean?
Stand up.
Okay.
Okay.
What?
I think we look good on a wedding cake, don't you? All right. Substance abuse.
I'll think about it a little bit.
All right.
We'll toss it around. What was George Lucas thinking when he did that with your hair in Star Wars?
That was, I think, because I was underage, I think that was child abuse.
Do you think so?
I do.
Well, you were...
I was so frightened, and I thought they'd asked me to lose weight to do that film, and I thought, fine, you know, because there was a thing at the end of the script that said, the princess is standing at the end of a long hallway. She is staggeringly beautiful, and I crossed off the L-Y and the beautiful. And thought I could really pull that off.
Right.
That's why I thought I wouldn't get the job. They said, you have the job, but lose 10 pounds. They thought it was going to come out of here.
Where did it...
Here.
Ah. Don't heat me up again, baby.
Oh, sorry.
It
was bad hairstyle. I'm hoping they do. The people keep saying they're going to do some new ones, though. I'm hoping they do, and I get the hairstyle this way this time.
Ooh. You know? That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Would you ever do a sequel if he called you back and said we're going to do another Star Wars?
Queen Leia. This time, I want to.
Would you do it?
Queen Leia.
Yeah.
Sure. Or also, I'd like Harrison's part. He had a really good part. You know what I mean? Yelling at the Wookiee, all that stuff.
Right.
That was really all that sort of governor talking. I thought I recognized your foul stench when I arrived on board. You know, this does not, you know, trip off the tongue.
We'll take a break and be right back with my wife-to-be, I guess. I was going to offer you a cool, refreshing throat lozenge, but now you can forget it.
With our combined strength, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy.
Order to the galaxy? I can't even wave anymore. You jerk.
Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
That's not true. He told me about his love of women's clothing, especially black fishnet stockings. He told me about his happy-go-lucky disposition and that beautiful singing voice.
No, I am your father.
Daddy? Welcome back. Still here with Carrie Fisher, Delusions of Grandma is your latest book.
Yes, I think so.
Isn't that the name of it? Tell me about a little bit about the book. It just seems so trivial now to talk about this after the whole desk thing. I had you sitting up here. It was insanity.
No, no, no. Insanity comes later. Somebody said on one show that the book was about failed relationship, Alzheimer's, and AIDS. So I thought, that really sounds fun, doesn't it? But that it was funny.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's how I heard it introed on one show. So I figure I can't improve on that.
Well, how, if you had to improve?
I can't.
You can't improve on that.
This is a late night show, and I can't. No, that I sort of meant for it to be about family.
Right,
you know?
right. This is your book about family. How
my version of it.
Yeah. How often do you write? Do you write every day? Is it something you sit down and have to do every day?
No, it's erratic. Yes, I ought to, and I should, and I have a child now that comes and says, no work, Mommy.
Right.
And also says, get off the phone, Mommy.
Uh-huh.
So, no. And also, in order to make money, you don't write novels as much as you do the rewriting work that I do.
Mm-hmm. Are you passionate about it, though? Is it something that you really...
No, but I like having written. I don't like writing. You know, like you like having gone to the gym? Mm-hmm. I don't know too many people that really... Well, yes, I do. I've met some people, but I just don't believe them.
The ones who say that they actually enjoy the process.
I had a workout that... Have you ever had that ping when you were on the treadmill and it was like some sort of euphoric high? You have had it.
No, I haven't. Thanks a lot for bringing it up, Carrie. All right?
Well, see, I think this is...
Kills my macho image.
All right. Well, I haven't had it either, and I haven't had it with writing. And so I have a very erratic schedule, and I had to have two women, my editor and a friend of mine, basically sit on me in a very platonic way to get me to finish this book.
Oh, I understand. And I know that you not only obviously write books, but you also are what they call a script doctor. You basically will take a script that is finished and you will punch it up. You'll improve on it. Yes? Mm-hmm. Do you ever feel guilty about rewriting someone? Does a writer spend his entire life writing something? You come in, grab a pizza and a beer, and kind of start shuffling through it, changing the words around?
Yeah. Just put an and and a the, and I say yes. No, and the terrible thing is, too, because they ask me about the writer, the person that writes the story, and that's the person that has done the hardest job.
Right.
So I come in and I polish dialogue. It's like what I used to want to do, say, on Star Wars. We used to say to George, you can type this stuff, but you can't say it. It'll take a couple of minutes for the Navicomputer to calculate the coordinates. I said it. I should have had a V8. But it's impossible. So my job is to make it more conversational.
Right, right.
Yeah.
You know what? We've put this to the test, ladies and gentlemen. What an exciting night for you to be here. We gave you this is the final page from the very famous scene, Gone with the Wind. Mm-hmm. We will read right now the actual version, and then Carrie did a little script doctoring to it, and we'll check out that version as well. So you'll play Scarlet, and I'll play Red here. You ready?
Okay.
Want a cigarette?
Yes, I do. Rhett, oh, Rhett, where are you going?
Back to Charleston, where I belong.
Please, please take me with you.
No. I'm through with everything here. I want peace. I want to see if somewhere there isn't something left in my life with charm and grace. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No. I only know that I love you.
That's your misfortune.
Rhett! Rhett, if you go, where shall I go? What shall I do?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. All right, on to the second portion now. Here it is in its doctor's phase. Take it away.
Rhett, wait a minute. Where are you? I mean, that suitcase, are you going?
I'm going back to Charleston, where I belong, and my suitcase belongs there, too, for that matter. It's part of a set.
Well, maybe I could come with you and help with the bag.
No, your clothes are heavy enough as it is, not to mention your makeup. Anyway, I just want to see if there isn't life with Charming Grace left somewhere. Do you know what I mean?
If you mean that you love me, yes.
You are a silly woman, Scarlett. But what more can I expect from a grown woman who needs a nanny that wore drapes to visit me in jail?
Red, if you go, what shall I do? What shall I do?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. We'll take a break and be back with the script doctor right after this.
I will love
We're back with Carrie Fisher. Our guest tomorrow night is Norman Lear. How about that, speaking of writers? Norman Lear.
That's good.
Yeah, control your enthusiasm. Got one last letter for you here. This is from the previous night's guest, who last night was actually Joe Pesci, and he writes you a letter.
Is that a tradition
That's
here?
how it works. It's a little tradition. You'll write one to Norman Lear if you would be so kind.
I will.
Dear Carrie, are you really Penny Marshall's half-sister? Love, Joe.
Actually, no. Penny and I both dated Simon and Garfunkel. I'm not going to say which one dated who, and that's how we met.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Carrie Fisher. See you back here tomorrow, everybody. I'm Frank Kinnear. Good night.